Today on Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out, we are talking about clearing away your doubt. Do you have a little voice in your head that tells you all the reasons something cannot be done? Have you gotten going on a project you're passionate about and then you freeze because you are suddenly filled with doubt? Are there friends that tell you every reason in the world why something cannot be accomplished and you listen? Let's continue our month as we focus on getting clear this year in 2017.
Ready to clear your clutter and share your gifts with the world? Every Tuesday at 1 p.m., join award-winning professional organizer, author, and certified life coach Julie Coraccio on clearing the clutter inside and out, as she teaches you how to navigate the waters to declutter your life. Julie Coraccio destroys the box and examines clutter in all areas: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic, relationships, health, finances, and more.
Today we're talking about doubt. I chose to talk about this because every client I have ever worked with has had some doubt at some level, believing they couldn't do something or a project couldn't be accomplished. I have doubt as well, all the time. I usually have a lot of doubt when I'm starting something new or have a major project. The only thing I have had zero doubt about was my husband. I had doubt when starting my business, moving to Los Angeles, moving to North Carolina, doing public speaking, writing my course. My most recent doubt have been the books I've been writing. I'm going to have a book on Amazon, and that scares me, and I have real doubts about it. In 2011, I won a National Association of Professional Organizers Los Angeles award. It's a big deal at the time. I'd been in business just 2 years, and no one thought I would win. I was there with one of my best friends, and he said the crowd gasped when my name was called, because I was up against some well-known people. One of the things that I did was I had my Oprah voice and that I had won and then let it go. I am the eco-organizing winner. And every time I had doubt, I would do my Oprah voice and say that I won. And I would also ask, why not me? If we have a lot of doubt, that can make us shut down our goals. How do we clear our doubt? I use my Oprah voice. I ask, why not me? But here are some other suggestions. First of all, you have to make sure what you're doing is valuable and meaningful to you. I started off the year talking about priorities in the first podcast. It has to have purpose or doubt can creep in more easily. Here are some other ways to quash your doubt. You're not alone. Remember, everyone has doubts. I just shared all my doubts with you. It's disheartening to believe that you're the only one suffering from a lack of confidence. Make a list of your doubts and then contradict them. I doubt people will like my books on Amazon. Contradiction. I have a very popular podcast, so obviously someone likes me. I'm a good writer and I get paid to write. I will take my time to edit so I won't be criticized for sloppy writing. Stop comparing your accomplishments to your friends and coworkers. When I start comparing, I start to feel worry and less than. We are all on our own journeys, and you cannot compare apples to oranges. Don't grade your success based on another. Do what works for you. Trying to be something you are never works. People always sense inauthenticity. When I first started my business, I began being green or doing eco-organizing. People told me my business would be dead in the water before I even started. However, I had to honor who I was. I ended up getting a couple big awards because of that. I followed who I was and I ignored the naysayers. Which leads us to number 2. Don't worry about what others are saying. If you stop to think about what others will think, you will inhibit yourself. There will always be someone who doesn't like you. You can't please everyone. And honestly, with keyboard warriors, it is rare that someone won't criticize you. I saw people criticize Whitney Houston's God Bless America on YouTube, which I think is the greatest version ever sung. And even if you don't think it's the greatest, it's really good. I thought, dang, if they can criticize her. However, it also gave me courage. I have had people on YouTube criticize my voice. Obviously, that hasn't stopped me.
Started to organize and got stuck? Need questions answered or customized solutions? Looking for a professional organizer to bounce ideas? Go to reawakenyourbrilliance.com to learn how Julie Coraccio can help.
Make yourself a list of all the awesome things there are about you. List all the things you have done and fears you have overcome. Ask trusted friends to tell you what they love about you. Use that as a pick-me-up when doubt creeps in. Listen or read positive material on a daily basis. This helps get you in a good frame of mind. Read the stories of what other people have overcome. Read how they got over their doubts. Have gratitude. I talk about this a lot. You can't have two thoughts at the same time. If you're in gratitude, you cannot have doubt. Instead of focusing on what hasn't happened, focus on what you've accomplished. When you're feeling positive, you're feeling good. And when you're feeling good, you make it happen. Identify your biggest fans, friends, family members, clients, followers on social media, and peers who think you're the cat's meow and who've always been there for you. Create deeper and lasting relationships with these people. We all have them, so nurture those relationships and draw strength and confidence from them. Review your current circle. I did a podcast about this. If those people you are closest to in life aren't supporting you, time to reevaluate and end or put distance in those relationships. Sometimes that's challenging, so commit to not sharing anything you're working on where you have doubt. Because if they sense that and aren't supportive, they're just probably going to be negative. Remember, you are loved, you are good enough, and you are worthy. This is something I say daily because I believe whatever is going on, it can pretty much be boiled down to not feeling loved, good enough, or worthy enough. Doubt can arise when we feel these. By repeating this, I remind myself that people in my life do love me, that I am good enough, and that I am worthy. Set goals and work through them. I talked about this earlier this month. Doing small goals builds confidence and keeps you on track. Don't hinge your identity to success. Most people develop an idealistic image of themselves. When they fail to live up to that image at any point, doubt begins to happen. Or they attach their identity to something they do. I used to have an international internet TV show, Reawaken Your Brilliance, where I got my name of my business from. It was a challenge for me to stop doing it when it started to not become right for me. I didn't have the courage to cut it off sooner because I thought I was my show. Mistakes happen. Don't dwell on them. I don't believe it's a mistake if you learn something. How else will you learn? When you learn, instead, actively develop better habits. Forgive yourself. Don't waste time by beating yourself up and choosing to feel miserable. Give yourself permission to move on. I wanted to be a screenwriter. It almost happened, and when it didn't, I felt like a failure for a really long time. It was hard to forgive myself and develop new dreams, but eventually I was able to do that. Be decisive, but don't fear a change of mind. When the time comes to make a decision, make it, and in most cases, your first gut feeling is probably the right choice. Don't be afraid to change course if you need to. Be flexible as you gain information and knowledge. Face your fears. Do not let fear dictate how you lead your life or operate your business. Face the things that scare you head on. I was super afraid of public speaking, and I know I'm not alone. I think that's one of the most things that people fear. I feared it, I conquered it, and I did it, and I now get paid. If I can do it, you can face your fear and do it too. Remember, people who are afraid to fail never move forward or grow. The more you push yourself, the more you'll realize what you're capable of. So get rid of that doubt today. Take actions from today's podcast. Make a list of all that you've accomplished, overcome, and things you and others love about yourself. Write about what you are doubting yourself on right now. Contradict it. Pick 3 items from today that you would like to try to tackle your doubt. Start kicking your doubt to the curb. Next week, we're talking about how we create our reality. Go out, clear the clutter to create the life you choose, deserve, and desire.
Ready to live a more joyful and fulfilling life? Sign up for our newsletter at reawakenyourbrilliance.com and receive a free copy of 10 Steps to Clearing Clutter Inside and Out. If you enjoyed today's episode, Please rate and review Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out. See you next Tuesday at 1 p.m.